Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic Volume 7, Episode 13. Have you left a comment recently? I really thank you for that. Every time you leave a comment, or if you click the like button, or you click the subscribe button, all of that gets me closer to some important goals. I'm about a third of the way to 1,000 subscribers, and once I hit that, I can do things like put links in these videos that point you to more puzzles to solve. So I appreciate you getting me closer to that by sharing this with friends or doing anything that rewards promotion of this in YouTube to people watching other puzzle videos out there. So all that said, it is time to solve some puzzles, and we're going to do that today with an islands puzzle, which we've seen before, or Shimaguni is the Japanese name for this genre, and this is going to be a variant. It's a connected version of that, and we will go through that bit by bit as we take a look at the rules. In islands, we shade a single group of orthogonally connected cells in each region. Orthogonally connected means from any one cell in the region, we can get to any other cell by going horizontally and vertically through that area. Shaded groups may not share a bold border, which means that wherever this group of orthogonally connected cells is, it's not going to touch another one on an edge. Regions with numbers must contain the indicated amount of shaded cells. This example doesn't have any numbers in it, which isn't that helpful for illustrating that, but there will be numbers in some of these puzzles that tell us exactly how many shaded cells there are. And each region must contain at least one shaded cell, and no two adjacent regions may contain the same number of shaded cells. So from this example, the way this example is going to get started, if you were to solve it, is that you would probably see some regions that only have one cell, and we would know that it contains at least one shaded cell, so that's shaded. And no two adjacent regions may contain the same number means that once we know that this region, for example, has 4 shaded cells in it, we'll know that this region does not have 4 shaded cells in it. This is a restriction on the regions being adjacent, not the shapes, unlike something like ellipse, because the shapes themselves can't be adjacent at all. And this particular puzzle uses the connected variant. The connected variant means that all shaded areas form a single contiguous group connected diagonally at their corners. So this region has 4 shaded cells right here. This little block of shaded cells must touch other ones at the corners such that we can go from any shaded cell to any other one in the grid by going through the shaded squares even diagonally. So we get one connected blob. Those are the rules of islands with a connected variant, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's connected islands puzzle was set by Tyrgannus. Just like in our example, we don't have any numbers in the grid, but we can start off by seeing our 1x1 regions and knowing that since groups have to have at least one shaded cell, these must all be shaded. And we know that adjacent regions can't have their shaded groups touching each other, so we can mark water around the islands in all of these cases. And next, I think we can think about the fact that we can't have the same size shaded area in any 2 adjacent regions. And some of these have been constrained. This one, all 4 of these corners, in fact, are the same. They could have 1 or 2 cells shaded in them, but they're next to 1 cell regions. So they're all gonna be 2s. They're all forced to be 2s. And we can unshade their neighboring adjacent, orthogonally adjacent cells. We probably are supposed to start looking at the connected variant next, because we have some cases where there is only one place to go. This corner, this shaded group, only has one possibility for what it connects to. It connects right there. This one has to connect here. We can go around the grid. That's going to be the case for all four of these. These edges are all symmetric. I see the symmetry breaks almost immediately. But so far, that's all given by symmetry. And the 1x1s can't be next to another 1x1. So this has got to grow. Here, these could, interestingly, even though they're touching on the corner, they could be they could both be 1x1s, because they're not actually, the regions aren't actually touching on an edge. This one is the same deal. This one, though, has to grow. Oh, in fact, these two are part of the same large region, and there's only one subgroup of shaded cells within each region. So these have to connect to each other, and they can only do that this way. So let's unshade the neighbors. And so that tells us that this extends on at least one of these corners. I don't see how we would know which one. Oh, we've got some neighbors I didn't unshade there, which is going to be helpful, because this cell is now isolated except at this corner. So we've got to grow there, and this touches this 1x1 region, so this has got to grow to at least 2. Unshade the neighbors. In this region, we have isolated these cells from the shaded cells. So this, oh wait, I goofed right there. Backing up. I mistakenly unshaded that when I shouldn't have. Unshade these two because they're across a border. This could be shaded, and in fact will be, because okay, record scratch, we're rewinding our train of thought. Here we had to shade this one because it's diagonally across from here, but we didn't see this border and unshade this one. And in fact, we could have done that down here as well, unshade that. Because as soon as we do that, we separate this cell from these two, so this is unshaded. Good. This region is touching a 1 region and a 2 region, so it's got to be at least 3, and it only has 3, and that unshades these two. And now we can go back to this one and say that this region has some shaded cells in it. The unshaded cells will prevent this one from being shaded. It will prevent this one from being shaded. And this block, this connected group, needs to continue to connect to other things. That can only do that through this corner. So that's shaded and needs to connect up to these. Unshade the neighbors. And we've got this whole area all connected up. In this region, we've got a shaded cell here. It can't reach this one, so that's unshaded. And that tells me that this group connects to the outside world through here. And that's extended it a little bit further. It needs to keep on going, which is going to be here. This region, we can't reach these cells. And we can't have it be a 2 because it's touching a couple other regions that have 2s. So it's not a 2, and it's not a 1. So it is a 3. Unshade the neighbors. Now we've got to grow that one of these 2 ways. Let's see if we can figure that out from going the other direction, likely. This cell means we have to unshade the neighbor here. This one region means that this region has more than one cell shaded in it. So that eliminates this from consideration. And actually, we only have room to do 2. So we're going to do 2 right there, which is okay at the moment. This is a 3. This is a 1. And this one can't be a 2. It's either a 1 or a 3. Both are legal at the moment. No, this region extends all the way over there. I didn't see that. So this can't be a 3 because then it would be a 3 against a 3. So it is a 1. Now we've got this whole area with only one place it can grow. It's right here. We can't have a 2 next to a 2 across this border. So this is going to grow. And it's not going to be a 3 either because it does touch this region. So this is at least a 4. I think we probably should come from the top because I don't see how to do that. We need this group to escape. It's all bounded by a single other region. And if we tried to take it out this direction, we'd hit a dead end. So these are not shaded. It's going to come out through here or here. What sizes could it be? This region is next to a 1. It is next to a 2. And it is next to a 4. So this is 3 or 5 or larger, and there's no way to do 5 or larger. So it's a 3, and it has to be these 3. It's the only choice. Unshade the neighbors. And this group needs to escape through here, but can't be a 3 because it's touching a 3. So it is a 4. And because this is a variant on Puzzlink, we need to click the check base type button, which checks everything but the connectivity. We can verify the connectivity just by inspecting this, and indeed all of these shaded regions are connected in one big group. So if we check the base type, that will verify that that is how you solve a connected islands.